Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back to the Upper Tier podcast. It is our third quarterfinal. Watch along. It's Norway versus England. This is sure to be a belter. This has probably been one of the most anticipated matches in the World Cup that we've done. We didn't do Portugal and Spain, of course, which I'm sure would have had huge anticipation, but didn't really deliver. But let us know your thoughts on this one. What's your predictions for it? How do you see this one going? Most people will be tuning into this one. This is absolutely massive. And I suppose if you look at it on the face of it, if you had a thought that we would end up with France and Spain and England and Argentina, that's kind of the four in a round we would have expected. If you look at the kind of quarterfinals, Belgium might have been a little bit iffy as a decision. Switzerland certainly would have been a little bit iffy as a decision. But most of the other teams in there, we probably would have expected to be in there, wouldn't we? So it's kind of somewhat gone with the script, really. But if you could, folks, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, drop a like in the video. And don't forget, tomorrow, folks, it's important to have that bell notification hit because we will be putting up the shows tomorrow. The two shows, Tuesday and Wednesday, be the two semi-finals. We got the third place on Saturday. Then we got the final on Sunday, and we also got a watch along on Saturday. Already up there, Saturday night's main event. Don't forget us, folks, check out tonight's show as well that just happened. Keith and Bren knocking it out of the park on the SmackDown Motel, giving you a full real review of SmackDown from last night, an absolute belter of a show. And certainly a lot to look forward to now in terms of Saturday night's main event and into SummerSlam. So it should be pretty good. The English team are on the way out here. We're surprised, thank God we're getting an actual kickoff right on 10 o'clock. There was talk with the temperature and all that. It feels like it's about 44 when you're down on the pitch. So we'll see how that affects the players throughout the game as well. I'll give you a rundown of the two teams as well, and then we'll take the comments. So for Norway, we have Niall in the goals. We have Ryerson, Ajer, Hegem, Wolf, and then we have Berg, and we have Berge, I would say, and Berg, and then Sorloth, Odegaard, Schöderup, and Haaland. That is your starting 11 for Norway. For England, it's kind of, are we surprised? Are we not surprised? What do we think anyway? We've got Pickford in goals. We got a back four of Konsa at right back, Gahey, Stones, and Nico O'Reilly. We've got Anderson and Rice holding with Bellingham at the tip. And then we've got a front kind of three of Madueke, Gordon on the left, and of course Harry Kane up front. We are down in Miami, as far as I know. It is in Miami. So it's going to be absolutely sweltering, I would imagine. And talk that it's going to be about 44 degrees in the stadium. The actual feel is going to be 44 degrees. And the talk is that there was recommendations that it shouldn't go ahead unless it dips below. I think they were saying somewhere around 33 or something, 34 or something like that. So we'll see. But it is going ahead. They're in the tunnel. Haaland's in the jacket and everything. Look, he's in the track jacket and everything. And also, there you go. Dars in the comments. Hope Norway go through. I think that's 70-80% of the planet. Who knows? Although I do have to say, I would like to see a semi-final of England-Argentina, wouldn't we? That would be tasty, wouldn't it? Hard game to predict. It is a hard game to predict. This could be a long night, folks. This could be a long night. This might not be decided in 90 minutes. This could be one of these games. Great to hear Harry Kane talking yesterday at the presser. I did a short on as well. He was asked about the whole golden boot thing with where the Erling Haaland, and he said, well, I'm not here to win a golden boot. He says, I'm here to win a World Cup. And that's what you want to hear from your manager or from your captain, isn't it? Thomas Tuchel, very relaxed as well. Come on, give us your predictions in the chat, folks. And make sure you're smashing up the likes and all. Norway versus England. Probably one of the biggest games so far. And, of course, on the other side, we have France or Spain waiting for the winner of this and potentially either Argentina and Switzerland. So, interesting combination all the way around. But this should be a belter of a game tonight, isn't it? This is two teams at their peak, playing really, really well. Two of the best strikers on the planet, in Kane and Haaland. So, yeah, what do we think? I'm going to pop mine in here now. I'm going to go for 2-2 full time. and extra time. And then England on penalties. England on pens. That's what I'm going for, and I'm going to tag that up there for you. It's going to pin it to the top. Yeah, pinned it to the top there for you. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 full time and extra time, and I'm going to go England on pens. And I know that's a bit of a risk when you go England on pens, but let's see what happens, you know. So we shall see. So drop it in there. Big up Ted. Drop your Ted, your bet in Ted as well if you want, and I will pin it to the top with my prediction as well. And let us know your predictions, folks, as well, just for the game in general. You might just do it, Ted. If they get to the final, he might just do it. He might just do it. Ted's going for an England 2-1. England 2-1. I think it is going to be tied, isn't it? But if it goes to pens, Norway win it. Yeah, I put myself out there, really. England winning a penalty shootout. Dar's going the opposite. He's going 1-1 draw, but he's going Norway on pens. It's a good show. Good show. What's the bet? Let's see the bet. Kane 2+ on target, Haaland 2+ on target, Bellingham 2+ shots, Odegaard 2+ shots, Anderson to be fouled, Kane to be fouled, Sarlot to commit 1 foul, 12-1. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. We'll pin that up there for you as well, folks. There, so you can track both my prediction and Ted's bet. He's been dropping those bets in throughout the whole thing. The bar of choice tonight is a white salty peanut barbell protein bar. That's the bar of choice. I've got a nice chilled can of Diet Coke. And I've got a lovely glass of ice water that I have in a Wizard of Oz cup. I don't know if you can see that. That I got in the Sphere when I was in Vegas, when I went and seen the Wizard of Oz. So there we go. So we're all set. We're all good for this. Should be an absolute belter. R.I.P. Ken Bates, yeah. Didn't see that. Is that just breaking news, Acers, or when did that happen? Wow. What age was he, Acers? He must have been getting up there in age, was he? So I remember when I was a kid, he was an old lad. Tell you, lads, I feel as warm in here. A little bit of aircon flowing there, so in case you're hearing that in the background. And the good MJ is conked out there on the bench. And the update on Chewy, he's full of beans today. He's back. He's kind of at it and all, so that's good. Oh no, Ted. I am ice cold, man. Honestly, I'm nearly every morning going into work, even in the car. I'll have one of those kind of little, those hot and cold thermos, like a Stanley kind of thing, but not quite a Stanley. And I will fill that up with ice and water, like. And even when I come out of the shop after doing the day, it's freezing cold in the car. Absolutely lovely. I have to have my water freezing cold, chilled from the fridge. I can't be drinking tap water. This afternoon, 91, yeah. Didn't see that. Must do a short. I might try and do a short on tomorrow. Yeah, 91. Wow. Some age, isn't it? Unreal. Now, so lock in for this. Chewy missing 2 beans. He is. He's missing 2 beans. He's going around with one of those donut yolks on his head at the moment, so he can't get at it. What are we thinking here, folks? Is this going to really come down to Haaland and Kane, or is that going to be more of a distraction and you're going to get the likes of Bellingham and Odegaard really and Rice and all being the guys, Mad how these all know each other so well as well, isn't it? It's kind of mad, isn't it? I was so jealous when he bought all the great Italy talent, brought all the great Italy talent to Stamford Bridge. Yeah, absolutely. 100%, man. 100%. Boom, boom, boom. Tuchel always looks quite relaxed, doesn't he? He always looks very relaxed. Kicked off, folks, by the way. We have kicked off. We got our countdown now. We have kicked off. Ray Houghton and Darren Maloney on commentary. Well, folks, as well, if you wanna time it up and stuff like that, we're again on the RT player tonight. Plenty of screens around us here with info and everything, Here's a question for you in the chat, folks. Make sure you're smashing up the likes as well, folks, will you? Here's a question for you in the chat. If you were going to do a combined 11, and assuming it's leaning more towards England, what Norwegian players in that starting 11 get into the England side? Any formation you want. Who's the players in the Norwegian side that get into the England side? How's things, Niall? I got to be a watch along for the next game. Dan, you're pushing it now. You're pushing it now, buddy. I don't know. It depends. Let's see how this one goes first. I'm not committing that. Fucking Dan, you wouldn't believe how flat to the mat I am here at the moment. I can't even tell you how many dogs are right below this room right now. I am flat to the mat, man. Flat to the mat. You shall see. I was tempted to go to bed, get a few hours sleep, and set the alarm maybe for 4 o'clock and jump on and maybe do a UFC 329. Go in for the last 2 hours maybe of the main card. Maybe get Pimlin and Pimlin. What's the main and the co-main? Is Pimlin? Well, where in the card? Acers, you know where in the card is Pimlin fighting? Paddy the Baddy. Dermot Kennedy playing at Viva Stadium tonight and tomorrow night. Jesus. So if you stick to the England formation, it's will Holland get in over Kane. If you have two strikers, well, go with the 4-4-2 if you want, Ted. If you want to go 4-4-2, I'm happy enough to include Holland and Kane in the team. You know, but what are you thinking? What are you thinking outside of that? Is there anything outside of that? Is there case does Odegaard get in anywhere near the England midfield? Who else is there? I don't think you take out any of the back line, do you? Would you have Sorlot in? Would you have Sorlot in over Madueke? Here's an interesting one. That's probably the one that kind of comes up does as a conversational piece. So you're probably talking max maybe 2, are you? You're talking Haaland possibly in a 4-4-2 with Kane. And then maybe Sorlot in over Madueke. Maybe. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, maybe get in a right back instead of Conser. Yeah, that's a shout, Ted. That's a shout. That's a shout. Coleman. Yeah, so I might set the alarm and say jump on maybe at 4 o'clock. I'll see. We'll see how this goes first. See how I feel. Yeah. Odegaard doesn't even make England bench. Here's a show from Acers. Odegaard doesn't even make the England bench. Interesting. A good Arsenal hate flown over from the end of the season. I love it, Acers. I love it. Have to keep an eye on Gahey as well, won't we? And see coming in after that suspected injury. Rice as well. And of course, Reece James, I presume, is on the benches. Yeah, I didn't look down through the benches. I was getting the show ready. I presume Reece James is on the bench, yeah? He is. So, yeah. Let's see how that goes. Look at Norway. Norway looking pretty compact here with their 2 banks of 4 on a sit-in. Yeah, true. Definitely doesn't. Yeah, and not only national team performances. I mean, Odegaard, he hasn't been. You wouldn't have said he's the guy that's had a standout season in Arsenal winning the Premier League either, would you? Liverpool linked with Ederson. Stop, man. The same Ederson. The Ederson that United wouldn't take over it was there any truth to that injury thing? There was a lot of conflicting reports, Ted. I didn't get to look at it again today. I was so flat out. But was there any more conflicting reports in relation to that suspected injury prior to the medical? Did you hear anything else on it? Because there was a lot of talk around that it wasn't that. Interesting. This game will open up, won't it? United are linked to Ryerson, but I think we need a left back more than a right back. Yeah, shout. What are they saying here? What's that little stat I say? Norway and England have met 12 times previously, with this being their first meeting since a 1-0 friendly win for the Three Lions in September 2014. They haven't had a game since 2014. Wow. Surprised at that now, are you? In fairness, Acers, he had a good season. He stayed fit and all. You know what I mean? Like Luke Shaw, when he stays fit, is a very, very good player, and a really good player to have in your squad as well, because you know he can play central defence as part of a three or wide. So I don't know. Riley out here on the left. I kind of looked at Belgium last night. I don't know if you guys got the same feeling watching the Belgian game. Apparently, he healed from an injury that is usually a couple of months in 30 days, and United didn't trust it. Here we go. Show. I don't know. How did you feel last night about I was looking at Belgium playing and I was thinking, if Doku had that Nico O'Reilly support that he has at Man City, it might have turned out better for him in the game. He was very isolated at times, Doku, wasn't he? 2, 3 men on him at a time, you know what I mean? But I was thinking if Nico O'Reilly was there, you know, making those passes with him and stuff like that and all, it could have been a very different game. His hand on the background with the arms strapped up. Nearly 8 minutes in, Haaland's first touch. Gomez linked with United and Liverpool. That's Joe Gomez, is it? Seen that one all right. What are they talking about? They're talking about 40 odd million or something, aren't they? Exactly. Shaw's biggest issue is fitness ability isn't in question for me. But extra games this season, he won't make it through the ball. No, but that's why you need a squad. You need a squad for all those extra games. But in fairness, if you look at this season, Ted, what a massive uplift compared to the previous ones. Rashford being offered lifeline by Roma and Napoli looking for a deal. Wonder what money they'll go with. I don't think United would be. Would United be interested in another loan move unless it was a nailed on option to buy? I think this time. I think in fairness, Barca did just dirty there. You know that shouldn't have been an option to buy. That should have been a commitment to buy. I felt Belgium were more interested in making it the full time, not losing than actually winning. They only started when they went behind. Yeah, we spoke about it on the Watchalong, didn't we? The tempo up straight away once they fell behind. Yeah, he's gonna have to buckle on the wages, isn't he? He's gonna have to come down on that wage. There's no justification on that wage. What's he on, Ted? About 300, is it? Is he on about 280, 300? That's a lot of money for that guy. I'd say that's what the concern with Barca was, Ted. Were they trying to shave? Were they trying? Oh, well played, Nick O'Reilly. Were they trying to shave money off the transfer fee to use to pad the wages a bit, maybe? Barca and Real do everyone dirty, but everyone does them favours in the hopes they treat them well in the future. All fools, yeah. What do you make of Real Madrid as well, going around just like shopping for lads out of contract and stuff like that? No, yeah. United should be doing Rashford plus cash for Kone. That's a shoe. That's a really. I was thinking about that afterwards when we spoke about it there yesterday on the watch along. That pivot from your man Edison to Kone is a very clever move from United. And that Kone boy, is he the one that's available for 45 that we were talking about? Maybe it was him. That was a handball, was he? What do you call a handball in that? Handball. Yeah, 300. God knows what he's on with everything else, all the top ups and all and everything. It's probably come down a bit though. Well, no, it would have come down for the season he was away. Because of United dropping out, I'd imagine there's a clause in them, isn't there? But now you're back in, so I'll be back up again. So who knows? But whatever, anything above, I think Rashford's going to have to come down to about 200,000. Is that what we're thinking? In order to instigate a move or make something happen, I think anyway. I don't see him 60 million. That's yo-yos though, isn't it? That's not pounds. Or Kone we're talking about, yeah? This looks nice, actually. Mm-mm. I'm trying to be good and eat these protein bars, but I think it's when you start eating the protein bars, I think they're nearly as bad as the chocolate bars, to be honest. So like you get a chocolate bar and you just inject a little bit of protein powder in and call it a protein bar. Because it tastes way too nice to not have all the filth that does be in the other bars. 12 minutes here, folks. Not a huge amount to talk about, is there? Aces, would you take Sorlot at Liverpool? Yeah, euros. I think it's £45 million or something I read. far too warm for sweets. Go away, Oda. Sitting there probably more than a bag of jellies now, are you? It's not sweet racers. The barbell protein bar. Now, it looks amazing. Look at that. When I feel like I'm cheating the system. There you go. Come on, Ted. Acers, my man, did you restock on the bombers? Did the fresh crate of bombers arrive for the England game? Is that Venus Williams? Did I just see Venus Williams there sipping on a little glass of little champers or something? Bet Acers are sitting there sucking down Oreos. 100%. More than 2 bottles of Ballygown still water at the moment. What? God, you've turned over a new leaf. I was expecting a pallet of boomers or something. When I was in London, lads, I had some Aspel cider. I don't know whether you've had it. It's kind of like, it's sweet enough, but it's a dry cider. So it would be a little bit like Strongbow. But really nice. Really nice, I have to say. Wasn't like, I can't drink those kind of like Orchard Thieves and stuff like that. I do like the Rockshore one, but I can't drink the likes of Orchard Thieves and stuff like that. It's just way too sweet. Way too sweet. Hey, says you have to a poshy. Nobody refers to water as still water unless they're a sparkling water drinker as well. You might be a sparkling water drinker, Ted. I like drinking sparkling water sometimes. You know, when you put a diluted juice in it, you know, like an orange and pineapple or something like that, it can be quite nice. Loud of ice in it, loud of crushed ice. Lovely on a summer's day. The orange and pineapple, my body, in the sparkling water. Yeah, Strongbow's lovely. They didn't have Strongbow. This was one of these nice pubs, if you like. They had an Aspel cider and they had some mother yolk, which was like, you know, Auntie Polly's rhubarb cider or something like that. You know, it was one of these sort of craft beer places and stuff. So, yeah, so I went for the Aspel. It was the nearest they had to Strongbow, she said. So that's what we were on. Not cheap either, Acers. $7.50, nearly. It was $14.20, I think, pounds for 2 drinks. Ben was he was drinking the Asati, which I presume was probably expensive in the UK. It's probably imported. And I was drinking that Aspel cider. There's Bex. How much would David Beckham love to be on that pitch? Got a corner here to England now. 16 minutes gone here, folks. Corner to England. Declan Rice about to take this. Ain't going to get much out of that. That wasn't a great corner now. Kind of felt like he missed hit that or something, did he? Yeah. Oh no, Ted. Tap water. I have the water built into the fridge, Ted. The filtered water. With the crushed ice or the cube ice. And I have one of those, Ted. I have one of those, you know, the Quarker taps. You know, the one with the instant hot water. And my only regret, Ted, is that they didn't do the at the time they were doing one as well that did the sparkling water as well. So it's like a dual tank under the sink. And I didn't get that one. But I could look at upgrading. Now. I tell you, Ted, there's no kettle in this house. You just go over and you click the tap, scalding water on demand. It's a different world, Ted. Shall you? It's like moving to an electric car. West Ham Bills are with Danny Dore as landlord. I wish. Big I would like Danny Dore. Big up, Anton. What's the story, brother? How are you? Hope you're good. How much would Bex be worth in today's market? What did he go to Madrid for that time? See, could we work it out? I assume the conversation starts at about 160 million. And that's just to get you in the conversation. That's what I'm pitching at. What do we think, folks? Beckham in today's market in his prime. What would he go for? Yeah, Venus Williams. Yeah, how much? How much? Now, see, Ted, that's a very interesting point there. Now, I don't like Evian. Evian for me it tastes a little bit off. My favorite bottled water, I think, is Volvic. And if I'm going for a flavored water, the Tipperary ones are quite nice, or Volvic. But normally Volvic water, and you know, funny with the conversation, Ted. Actually, the reason I like Volvic water is because it's oh it's quite what do you catch it in the shoulder? It's quite close to tap water, believe it or not. That's why I like Volvic water. It's close to tap water. Now Hillary's like you, Ted. Hillary likes her water tempered that kind of like room temperature and stuff like that. I have to have mine freezing. That's even in the winter. Even in the winter, I'll go to the gym in the morning time when it's cold, and I'll have like a bottle of ice water. Like it has to be freezing, absolutely freezing. You went to Madrid for like 25 to 30 mil. Massive, I think. Massive money, wouldn't it? I think today's mark SB's 110 plus. I think it'd be more than that, Ted. So what are they saying? You look at Enzo at Chelsea. They're valuing him at about what, 120? Bex is like, Jesus. David Beckham's much better midfielder, isn't he, than Enzo Fernandez? I would have thought anyway. United saw Beckham 37 million. Alan joined the roof up gay. We saw lots of big unit as well, isn't he? I'm just looking at him there now. 20 minutes gone, folks. 20 minutes gone, and not a huge amount to talk about here. You feel Norway are quite patient in this, aren't they? They don't buy flavoured water, just normal water, but Evian or Tesco cheap water. Ted, it's definitely worth, tell you, give it a try, and it's not that expensive. I think in Dunn's at the moment on the flavour Tipperary water, they're down 2 for 350. And it's definitely worth picking up a bottle of strawberry and a bottle of summer fruits. You won't be disappointed, pal. And at 350 for 2 bottles, steal, man. Steal. Treat yourself. What up, my broski? How are you? How are you? What are you thinking tonight? Your boy Bellingham? What's your prediction, Romy? What's your prediction? Drop it in there. Would Norway knocking out England be a huge upset or expected to happen? It would be an upset. It would be an upset. Defo an upset. Beck's now in his prime round one. Yeah, I think so as well, Anto. I think he'd be big bucks. Like if you think Enzo at 120, you think what was Rice 105 or something like that? What was Cachado 115? Like all these boys, like if you think about and look at the money now, and that's like their previous windows. You look at this window, and remember, you can't get midfielders. They're a commodity. Oh. You feel England's getting a little bit more into this, aren't they? Trying to make things happen. But in terms of his value, Romy, we were talking about Beckham's value. What would Beckham be valued today in his prime in today's market? Acers was saying he went for 37. So what do we think he would go for today? If you think of the likes of Enzo, Rice, even Belling, the prices these players have gone for. Insane. Oh. Oh. Well, got away with that there, didn't they? The ball's moving around here and like drinks break. The ball is moving around here. And Norway just look like they're paused. Don't they? Sure, did Man City place a 250 million price tag on Holland to keep Barcelona? I'd say it's more than that. They have something ridiculous in there, like a buyout clause. I feel like a lot of games are going to start being more and more cagey like this. Well, we're down to the last few January transfer market. Yeah, it's insane. But look at even the players that are being bought at the moment and look at what people are looking for. Look at Elliot Anderson. 100. What City chumping up for him? 125 million or something, is it? Something stupid like that, you know what I mean? Now, how does I know they're not kind of the same player, but like, do we rate Dave? We rate David Beckham higher than Elliot Anderson, don't we? You could go right across the board there, though, Ted, wouldn't you? I mean, what would a Paul Scholes be worth in this market? What would a Roy Keane be worth in this market? I'm going for Norway. I want to wind up the misses for weeks. Yeah, I'd easily 100 mil. I think 100 mil, 120 mil just begins the conversation. He was a phenomenal player, Beckham. Things he could do with a ball. I feel putting a price on the player isn't the same as what they would be sold for. Those figures are massive to just keep people off. Yeah, so haven't Barca got like $1 billion buyout clause on like Pedri and Gavi or something like that, or $500 million or something. Now I'm sure if you went in, there's actually Colin John Terry. What would those boys be worth on the market? Henrik Larsson signing for Celtic for 500k in today's market. He's an 80 million, 90 million player. He is. I seen him playing the Legends game a couple of years ago, Romy. Still a phenomenal player. Still a unit as well. 130 for Elliot Anderson. And like that's being paid. That's real. That's real stuff, you know what I mean? Sure, in a few years, the first player hit $500 million. Do you think they will, Anto, or do you think they'll have to step in and, put in some sort of mechanism there to control it a little bit? I don't think they can just let this free market just keep on rallying up the way it is. I think if they do that, they're going to find themselves in a lot of financial trouble down the road, the game itself, you know what I mean? It's too much. I think they need to put in something that just controls it a little bit. Shearer will cost 180. Show. What would Cantona be worth in this market? Yeah. So many of them, when you go back through that like 90s Prem era, and even if you go back further, George Best, imagine Alan Hansen, George Best, you know what I mean? Mental. I know it's all relative, and I know like inflation and timing and all that kind of thing. But when you think about those players, you know what I mean? Bobby Charlton, phenomenal players. There's never a huge amount of panic in a Norway side, is there? Like that's probably Haaland's third touch in the game. We're 27 minutes in. Again, we know he can just become prolific and alive in a moment's notice, but interesting. Oh, free kick to England here on the edge of the box. The foul given away by Ajer, I think it was. Yeah, Ajer, I think it was. Yeah, that's a very interesting one now. This could be the opportunity. Look at the ref view. No option there. No option there at all. 100%. See, I think when we look back at some of those players in the 90s and all, they should go for massive money. But also, would they be able to play in the game at this level of rigidity? Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point, because a lot of that kind of player freedom has been tactically taken out of the game, hasn't it? So, you know, like you think about it, Beckham picking up that ball on the halfway line and lobbing Sullivan, you know. If you try to do that these days, you'll have a manager fucking hair drying you unless it goes in, and what's the chances of that, you know? So yeah, you don't do that these days. And it's a shame. It's the things that we miss, you know. We got Kane standing over this. We got Jude standing over this. I think it's Roy standing over it as well. Madueke. What can England conjure up here? See when they stand over a free kick like this out of the stadium, just look at that stadium there behind that goal. Just it's a gasp. Harry Kane. Can't hit it like that, not from that distance. Paul McStay. It was the maestro of Celtic. Today's market, he's easily worth the same as Larson, 80, 90 million. He was a god with a ball at his feet. Shout. How much would Maldini cost in today's market? Maldini is just like, Maldini was just unbelievable. He was a Rolls Royce. Even in his latter years, he was a Rolls Royce. God knows. I wonder, do players sometimes sit back? You know, sometimes you see Kane sometimes referring to it and stuff like that. You know, when he's calling out players to earn their fucking wages and stuff and all, on a mad one. Like, but when you look at players like Maldini and Pirlo and Iniesta and these type of players back then and stuff like that, you know, I wonder, do they look and go, fuck, I was born in the wrong era. You know what I mean? Like how Italy right now could deal with a Maldini. You know what I mean? And I know they have Bonucci and Chiellini and stuff who are phenomenal for them, who have aged out and stuff like that. But Maldini was just gravy, wasn't he? You know, even the likes of like Baggio and Del Piero. I have Del Piero's jersey up there signed and all. What a fucking player. Like, imagine what Del Piero would be worth. Yeah, 100%. It's too much, Anto. 100%. It's just going mental. Let's go ball in. Pickford out quick for it. The round is started. The Norwegian round is started. Look at that, lads. Look at that. The boats are coming in short. The Vikings are arriving. Listen to that, folks. Listen to that. The Mexican wave is done. It's the Viking row now. Isn't it? 100%. Terry handball be worth 120 million. Minimum. Remember, when you're talking strikers aren't that where a serious commodity. You know, when you look at Terry Henry, what a free kick here to England. Chance to put a ball in. Gordon hit the deck. This lad Ryerson's having none of it, Ted. Sure, he's not. He's having none of it. Ted, you'll appreciate his physicality, especially for the Prem, wouldn't you? 100% appreciate it. I love Celtic a bit more than Madrid, and my mate today said that the one player he'd have from Celtic in his Man United midfield is Nakamura and Callum McGregor. Listen, you'll never hear me complaining about Scottish players or anything like that, you know what I mean? We've got a history of it. I often say Liverpool are a much better side when they've Scottish players in there. See this free kick, Declan Rice. Is there a purpose to pulling up? I don't get it, Ted. You might know this or someone in the chat. Why do they pull up one fucking short leg when they're taking a free kick. I don't get it. Are they constricted by the shorts or something? But he wouldn't Acers because keepers don't demand that type of bread. Keepers are always at a certain level. Like you look at Edison and you look at Allison, their valuations were about spot on, you know, anywhere between 60, 80 million. And they were tops. You look at Pickford here in goals for England. He was probably one of the most consistent international keepers. Courtois last night. You know? They don't go, oh, he's messed up there. Oh, what were they thinking there, Johnny Stones? You nearly messed up there, Stones boy. This could liven up the game here a bit. Yeah, you're never for a keeper, you're never getting that. So you look, think about it, Aces. Look last season. Look at the last transfer window back last summer. AC Milan couldn't get rid of Mike Mannion for 25 million. Magic Mike. Look at that from Ryerson. Wow. Sign him up now, Ted. Sign him up now. They couldn't get rid of Mike Mannion for 25 million. Chelsea wouldn't pay 25 million for Mike Mannion last summer. And look, he's a very good keeper. You know? What's the other lad? The lad, he's at Porto, is he? Is he at Porto or at Sporting? What's his name? Costa, is it? The keeper. Really, really good. And like he's been linked with a move away now for a number of seasons. And yet, no one's pushed the button on him. And at a time where there's a number of teams in the Prem would be looking for goalkeepers. With Chelsea, surely Chelsea are not going to go into this season with Robert Sanchez as number one. What I loved about George Best, he never got into the sectarian realm. When he played at Celtic Testimonial, he wore a Celtic jersey and always considered himself an Irish pure magician. Yeah, 100%. What a player. What a player. Scholes and Kane going out for a few post-game drinks. Oh! Header on target there from Holland. England a little bit, kind of. Are they a little bit? Surely that was a foul, no? Was that not a foul? Norway here. Coming into this game, they've turned it up on it. Oh my God, what a goal! T-Rex Arms has missed it again. Slater up is after scoring. T-Rex Arms after making the balls of it. Oh my God. Kane's talking about the foul. Now, it did look like a foul. Are they going to draw it back? Is Trossard's brother going to trawl it back? That ref, we always call him Trossard's brother, by the way, as well. If you look at that ref, he's the image of Trossard. Are they gonna run this back? Are they gonna pull a J-Uso on this and run it back to the Kane foul? What do you reckon? Are they gonna? Trossard's brother letting the foul go. Are they gonna look? Oh my God! He was going for Haaland. He was going for Haaland back post there, wasn't he? He was 100% going for Haaland back post there. In off the bar. Look, sorry, in off the post. Consa giving him a lot of room there. That was definitely a cross for Haaland. That was 100% a cross for Haaland. Does it stand? No foul on Kane. They didn't run it back. There'd be a lot of talk about that. Scholes and Kane going out for a few points. That wouldn't fly. Goal stands, lads. 1-0 to Norway. Ooh. That they're talking about it here on commentary if you found on RTE, the curse of the water break, the curse of the hydration break. They're at it already, Ted. How many times did we talk about it? Come out, it's like a different game. Some lump on Kane's noggin there. Yeah. Look at Italian keeper Buffon. Oh, man. It is mental, isn't it? Nico O'Reilly down here. A little bit hurt. They're definitely roughing them up a bit, aren't they? Now Houghton's talking about the Argentinian one when they ran it back. One 0 for Norway. Got a game on our hands here, boys. This is tasty. I think those players look at it and say, thank God I wasn't born in this looking era. Wouldn't have been given game time. Shelter up. What do we reckon? 100% across when you look back on it. %. He loved playing ball, didn't he, Kane? It was a real shame that Saipan happened. I think we would have done really well at that tournament if Saipan hadn't happened. Scholes would never have made it to a top team today because he is. Jesus, Norway. England a little bit all over the place here at the moment. Are they what we would say a little bit vulnerable? Oh, it came off Nico as well, did it? They're really pressing England here now, aren't they, Norway? Oh, I tried to do them near post. England the cop on here. They're all over the shop. Yeah, I think though, Ted, don't you need a little bit of a mix though, don't you? You need a little bit of a mix. And remember, with sports science and the way it's developed in recent times, these boys would buy into that as well somewhat. You know what I mean? Like the days of going down to the local pill hall and getting thanked after a training session and all, Mario Balotelli be up around the 120s. Can't stand that guy. Can't stand him, Anto. I wouldn't give you €10 for that lad. Neither of them are Premier League level. There we go. My dad, God rest him, was sad when Kenny Dalglish went to Liverpool from Celtic. He was the highest transfer from the Scottish League at the time, yeah. They knew what they had. And we somewhat knew what we were getting. Hangman's back tonight, is he? Yeah, saying something on that, all right, yeah. That's right, they had advertised it, didn't he? They had said he'd be back for Collision. They can't deal with him at all. Sure, they can't talent. Just to give extra freedom, Niall, not a massive difference, but very slight restriction. Yeah. Oh, the shorts. Nakamura would light up the Prem up. Carmack in his prime would as well. Carmack in his prime out of Spurs or City before the oil money would tear it up. Got the 1-0. Just going to catch up in these comments, folks. They wouldn't roll me. People love to think that, but very, very few players from the league make it in the Premier League. Keep it the 1-0. That'll be pulled back for the foul. It wasn't. There we go. Go on, Norway says there. Anto 1-0. He's in with it. Romy. McGinn, Tierney, Robbo proved different. Calmack at the time was better than McGinn. Goal given. Check if this window's open. Hang on, folks. It is. I wonder I could hear them so loud. J.U. so far, Anto. Yeah, run it back. Run it back. There was it amazing goal now, or was he crossing it? I reckon he was crossing it. Looked like it was across to the back post. Hallam was flying in there, wasn't he? That's across to the back post for Hallam for me. Went right in off the post. Tierney made it into the Premier League and then didn't play that much. He was riddled with injury, unfortunately. There's been a few that made it, but they're the exceptions. Well, you would have had, like, if you go back to the 70s and the 80s and stuff like that, there was a huge glut of Scottish players. They're in here, ready? Ah, mate, that's terrible from Sorlot there. You got to bang that straight away or else play Haaland in. That's shocking. I think it could be 3-0 down here, lads. We have a game here on our hands big time. Let's go. Smash up those likes, folks. Smash up those likes. It is 100%. 100% acers. Would you go as far as to say that was a cross too? Let's see, they can kick up stink all they want, Keith, because I'm watching it on the RTE player. Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger at the game, lads. There we go. The Rolling Stones. You want the Norway win? Yeah, absolutely. Although, is Argentina, England tasty? Corner for England here. Can they get an equaliser after that? 45 minutes gone. Is he outside? Yeah. Fuck off, linesman. Just put the flag up, will you? Connecting the bollocks. Poker. Jota. Sarachi would do a shift in the Premier League. Yeah, I like the boy Jota already. Nearly 2-0. Oh, I tell you. England, the Mayo of football, saying like Spurs. I'm getting ready for the McGregor fight, Niall. Are you? You sign up for it, are you? I'm tempted. I was saying it earlier on me. I'm tempted to set the alarm, maybe get up at 4 and maybe go live for the co-main and the main event, maybe. Lovely ball over the top here. Declan Rice. Oh, sorry, Gordon. Oh, terrible control there. 4 minutes here with the first minute in for 4. England will be looking to get an equaliser here, won't they? Jay Sorlot just let him away there with the ball, didn't he? Oh my God, what a goal from Jude Bellingham. They let him just sail in there and score. And that all started with your man Sorlot just letting that guy pick up the ball on the wing and just sail off with it and didn't even track him back or chase him or nothing. 1-1, folks. 45 plus 2. Jude Bellingham with the equaliser. This was a massive wake-up call for England. If you run it back to before that as well, he never even tracked him. He never even challenged him for it. he was horrific, wasn't he, Anthony? He was horrific. Why always me? A lot of people talking about him like he was misunderstood. He was nasty. Don't think anyone liked him no matter where he went. I think even when he left City, there was like a sigh of relief. Now, what do you think of Van Wickham murdered? Madness. And Whittlecombe, not Wickham. And Whittlecombe murdered. Madness. Haven't looked at it, Romy. Tell me, is that something? Nice shot there from Kane. Keep it well down. The dog's cheering for Norway. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That was crossing to Holland all day. Yeah, it was, Anta, wasn't it? Yeah, Sorlat, what was he doing here? He just let him go, like. We have a game, lads. We have a game. Mad to think Man United could have had Haaland for 4 million, but as usual, Man United was moving like a diddy party. Yeah. Mad. Mad. Now it's now you feel now that Norway are a little bit all over the place and rattled by the goal. Look at that! Look at Sorlot here, just jogging back. Doesn't give a fuck. Look at him. Doesn't care. You get another carbon copy of the first goal. Oh my God, the little chief Mary Kane. Look at Norway. Is he off? Is he off? They got away with it there in Norway, didn't they? And again, fucking Sorlot just jogging back. Take back my question earlier. We don't want him at Liverpool. Fuck that. RT commentators are pox bottles. I have to mute it rather than listen to you. Appreciate that, Anto. Appreciate it. Half time, folks. Half time. 1-1. Game evenly points. Gary McAllister, a Scottish legend. What a player. Gary Mack. What a player. Remember the goal against Everton? The free kick. Thing of beauty. I watch that at least once a month, I do. 1-1. 1-1. Jude. McGregor Michal, I'll see the result of him being battered in the morning. Think so, Anto? You're going with Holloway, eh? You're nailed on with Holloway. Interesting. The higher ups just didn't want to listen to Ollie at the time. That's true, yeah. He was hot on him. Imagine looking back if you had got Haaland for 4 million. But then I wonder, if they had got Haaland for 4 million, would he have gone down the Dortmund kind of route, done all right for United, and then orchestrated the move away? And he probably wouldn't have gone to City then. He probably would have went from United maybe to Real or Barca or Bayern. Maybe. Good goal by England, yeah, it was good. Really poor from Sorlot though. Twice he's being caught now. They got away with that second one there. He was poor for that one as well. Needs a roasting, that lad. Yeah. Wide open there. They were lucky. They were lucky with the offside there, big time. Jose Mourinho holds smiles. Absolutely. I wonder, does he pinch himself that he's back like at Real Madrid? Mad. Gordon with 4 assists at this World Cup now, I think. Yeah, and for a guy who's considered to be having a poor World Cup, mad. Romy, we all know who you're talking about. 100%. He's on the mark. Don't worry about that. He does be on the mark for reasons. Lovely finish from Bellingham as well. He's having a good one, isn't he? Making an interesting second half of Will there. Offside, yeah, 100%. England went tonight. The missus' bags are packed. They're in the garden. Half time. Question marks over Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford wasn't doing that, and it's the length of his arms. This is 100% the cross, lads. Watch this. Look at the way he's looking up and on. He's 100% expecting Haaland at the back post there. It's a great steal. Actually, that's a really good steal, actually. You can see why they didn't call it back. 2-1, but was offside, yeah. Thank God. Thank God. Get Sorlot off the pitch. I tell you. Ian Gardy is my favourite right now in the UFC. He's slick as fuck when he fights. Yeah. Machado. Makeda, is it? If we picked Haaland up at the time, there's a lot of questions. Would he have been the player he is? Maybe, Ted. That's a shoe. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted Haaland, but Ed Woodward said P45 instead. Imagine recommending the club to buy Erling Haaland for 4 or 5 million, not doing it, and then losing your job. And then you're sitting back watching this guy Haaland just become this alien machine. That was poor from Sorlot there as well. You have to play Haaland in there. That's shocking. That's Ronaldo, his hair drying the fuck out of him. You would wreck him like a Bonnie Blues hole. Love it. RTA are some crowd, aren't they? Pico Lopez only back from the World Cup straight into the studio. You know? Box of Tato and a crate of Lucas Aid Sport or something probably. His first touch was lovely, Bellingham, wasn't it? Look at the first touch he takes on this. Whip them ball. No reason to be in there at all. Look at the defender just hesitated. Sorlot obviously in the build up, and then the defender just hesitated and he went by him. Can't do that at this level against these players. 6 goals. 6 goals. Interesting. They're talking about this is the one of the assistant coaches here for England. He's talking about it being an undeserved but wondershot. Don't think it was undeserved. Yeah, interesting. Right, folks, back to you in a few minutes, yeah? Keep it lit. And we're back. We are back. England coming out. Norway just came out onto the pitch. England on the way out. What are we thinking, folks? Any change in the predictions? Any change in the predictions with what we've seen so far? I think you meant it was undeserved in the sense it was meant to shot, yeah. 100%. Smash up the likes as well, folks, if you can. Yeah, Bukayo Saka coming on here for Noni Madueke. Who's Eze coming on for? He's not waiting. He's not hanging around subs. Declan Rice off. Eberiche Eze on. Interesting. So I was looking at Twitter there, folks, at half time. So they were talking about Declan Rice, that he's not fit, that they rolled the dice on the 45 minutes. So that's why he's being hooked. Eze coming on. Big loss, Declan Rice. Isn't a mad Haaland, only 25 years old, so still mid-career, yeah. Mid-career. The only thing with a guy that size, Anto, yeah, he was injured. He didn't take part in training for a lot of the days in the build up to this, and then they trained. I think he trained yesterday with the team, but I'd say they're protecting him. Because he's definitely not fit. Looking at that first half, yeah. Well, Haaland, I wondered though, like with his size and stuff like that. You know, we've kicked off here, folks, as well. Remember, we're on RT2 on the player. So 2 substitutions, folks. Bukayo Saka is on for Noni Madueke, who really didn't feature in the first half much. And Eberiche Eze is on for Declan Rice, which is significant. Got a free kick. Now we need the next goal as the first one seemed to rattle England. It did. And then England's one rattled them. They were lucky not to be 2-1 down in the end. Although Sarlot should have really played Haaland in for that second. Might be a different game. That's just reckless, giving away a free kick like that to England on the edge of the box, left-hand side. Need to be a bit more clinical in those areas. Oh, 100%. 100%. Definitely a free kick. Eberiche Eze standing over this. It's going to be Eze, isn't it? No? Eberiche. Deflection. Come off his own player. Did he hit Gordon? I did see him in the white suit. He was in the cup final, white suit and the cane. I did. He's done his Liverpool homework, has he, Acers? Good to see him up and about and around, though. That's a good sign, isn't it? That's what we want to see. The talk is we may not have him back till November or December, so It's good to see him up and about. Anderson and Allen throwing each other around. Teammates going forward. That'll be interesting, won't it? Smash up the likes, folks. Do. Lovely ball out by the keeper. He needs to work a little bit harder, doesn't he, Sorlot? Not liking what I'm saying. I am not liking what I'm saying. Pre-season starts, Anto. Pre-season starts, I think, mid. Pre-season starts in about another 2 weeks. Liverpool are on tour. They're going around the States. They're going to Chicago and all. And then they're back. I'm heading over to the Monaco game on the 8th. I think, is it the 8th or 9th of August, the Sunday? And then I think they've one more pre-season game and then the season kicks off. Yeah, so I think it's last week in July, isn't it? Depends on who they get back as well, Anto. Obviously, anyone involved in the World Cup, especially at these latter stages, will be given a little bit more time to come back and stuff like that for rest and recovery. But most of the players, don't think it affects Liverpool too much, that's for sure. McAllister, maybe. Anyone else? I think it's just McAllister, is it, that's left in there at the moment? I think it's just McAllister. Just back and forward now, isn't it? Wow. There's not an awful lot of movement, is there? It's very static by Norway. I'm on one here now. Oh. They are. We often talk about that, Ted, don't we? Club relationships at international level so important. Jay's Norway playing dangerously around our box there, aren't they, Anto? Quite static. Corner kick to Norway here on the left hand side. Fans in full voice. I wonder when Jamie will put videos on his new channel. I've no idea, Daz. I must send him a message. No. Easy dealt with. I really like the Norway jersey. Yeah, it's kind of cool, isn't it? Oh, header. Oh, he had to save it. Norway turning up the pressure here a little bit, Eddie. turning up the pressure a little bit. Mad when you're looking from the stand there and the fans, like when you dip down, you don't see where that ball has gone, you just push it away. A senior, Alfie, Roy Kane's buddy. Another corner. Another corner here, folks. So much pulling and grabbing. Players not even looking at the ball. Jays didn't think there was much in that for it to go for a corner, yeah. Oh, Holland header was on target. Look at that, Raf Father. He did well out with the deal, Ted, didn't he? What did he get? 10 million off City for the deal. Corner on the right hand side here. Martin Odegaard with the delivery. Let's see what the movement's like on this one. Ref telling players to take a handy. Alan's getting dragged around by Anderson. Anderson is like Velcro on him, isn't he? Martin Odegaard incoming here. Gas from the Norwegian fans. Oh, yes! Is he onside? Is he onside? Hagam? What a reaction to put it in. What do we reckon? It's ranting, innit? Will it be out? Oh, he's not onside. Is Kane playing him on? I think Kane's playing him on there, is he? I think Kane is playing him on. God, he did well to get the finish in as well, didn't he? Are they going to rule it out? Is it getting ruled out? Trossard having a look here. So look, they're pushing each other there, like. It's getting chalked off. Chalked off. Goal chalked off. Pull back Ted, yeah. We were getting excited. That's why I always right. Got away with it. He did. Another corner. Interesting. Yeah, once he went to the monitor. Once he went to the monitor, that was it. Lovely delivery. No one at the back there again this time. Good block. Yeah, same. Would have assumed a free out from the foul. England, though, they will be Brazil instead of Norway. Yeah, I just thought of that there now, Ted. Ryerson off. Ryerson is on. Might only be a tweak, though, Ted. Might only be a little tweak. Oh, lovely ball. Oh, lucky. Great covering by Nico. All hands on deck here at the moment, isn't it? Norway winning the ball back constantly here now. We're inside the last 30 minutes, folks, here. 1-1. Norwegian keeper's distribution. Ireland is very good. Patrick Berg, Sander Berg, now Leisberg. Like them. I don't know whether he'd be that cheap. He's having a real good. He's having a real good World Cup. Wouldn't be the Glazers anyway, be Ineos, wouldn't it? I don't think the Glazers are involved in footballing Mars anymore. It's Ineos who decide, isn't it? As far as I know. It's just going by real quick, folks. 62 minutes. Absolutely flying here, we are. Smash up the likes, folks. Get those likes absolutely battered up, yeah? Lovely ball. Lovely ball through the middle. Switched out to the wing. Alan, what are you doing? They're a mile offside there. Get back on side, yeah. England sitting a little bit deep here now. Bit of a lull in the play here at the moment, isn't it? I think they know they're going to have to bring in players, ISIS, don't they? So that squad's nowhere near what they need in terms of the level of games they're going to be enduring. They'll definitely spend. They're just trying to find the right deals. I mean, same as anyone. Market's gone mental. 1-1 here, folks. Finely balanced. One moment of greatness. That's out. This is where they should be bringing Rashford on now. You're going to see Rashford on 65 or the Kaká there, isn't it? Is that Kaká? Cafu. What a player Cafu was. No one only said he would do that kind of madness, Ted, wouldn't he? Like for 130 million, unless you bring a Murillo with you as well, or boy at the back, what's it, Milinkovic or whatever. Forget about it. That's crazy money. Holland's been really quiet, hasn't he? Been starved. Wow. Well played by Pickford there, coming out to kill it off. I know, yes. I'd say with Watkins, I'd say a lot of it is to do with age. Say a lot of it's to do with age. What age is Ollie Watkins now? 30? You'd be alright at 7:45, Anton. Have to say it out. We have to say it out, don't we? He is a good player. Good player. I'd say it's age. It's his age that's driving him there. Stay up for Messi destroying Toblerone. Just stay up and then destroy a Toblerone yourself. Oscar Bob coming on for Sorlot. And Nusa coming on for Slider up, the goal scorer. He's 30, yeah. He's 30, so you would think that's his last contract. Unless he heads off to Saudi then after Fenerbahce. Hydration break, folks. Ted's favourite part of the game. Suppose only 2 trips to Maynooth and back. That's not too bad. That's all right, Anto, isn't it? That's generally an easy day for you, is it? You kick yourself if you went to bed and not see discount extra time in pens. Yeah, wake up, Niall. Grab something, Anto. Grab a nice drink. Just yourself a nice wheatley vodka. Get back in time for Dubs and Kerry. Here we go. Hey, so what'd you make of Wicklow today? Dana was telling me about it. I didn't see it. He wanted me to do Belfast, so I said not at home. Belfast one's a single trip though, isn't it, though? Up and down. Tree Lions are happy there in the crowd. Do you ever notice when players score just how ugly they transform into? Thought they had scored. To what you got doesn't make a difference if you make it or not. Each other. Reece James coming on for Anthony Gordon. So, are we getting a change of formation here, or what are we doing? That should be interesting now. Reece James going into midfield. Anthony Gordon off. Yeah, shout, Anto. Absolutely. Right, we're back at it. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, no sign of Rashford. Presume he's available as well, isn't he? Oh, available, all right. Be interesting to see. The positive way would be to go with Rashford now for Gordon. Let Rashford run at him a bit, see what he can do. See can he open up something for Kane. The row was starting again. The rowing. Right, here we go. 20 minutes to go. Less 18 minutes to go. The crowd. Possibly. Possibly. Maybe he's carrying a knock and he only has 20 minutes in or something. Gable Stevenson is fighting on the undercard tonight in UFC. I've seen that, yeah. Oscar Bob being allowed to go into the box here. Oh! Gahey down. Is he okay? Interesting. Serious Norway pressure here now in the box. Corner. They've turned it up here big time, haven't they, Norway? Game has been coming in waves. See Jack Swagger is saying that. That's horrible to watch, isn't it, Acers? I don't get that at all. Corner. Right, left hand side here. Come on. Think it's coming out though, do you? Feel it? Oh, off the bar! Whoa. What a header just off the bar. Oh, Pickford, no chance. Oh. Well. By the way, that shove on Anderson by Holland didn't count as a foul because the ball hadn't been played in. Jesus. It's mad, isn't it? Game's opening up there here, though. Yeah, seeing that horrible prick, Simon Harris, all smiles in the Hogan stand after Wicklow victory at Crow Park. Is he living up in Dalgany now, Acers? He seems to be doing a lot of walking around Dalgany these days. You can see him out walking. You know, walks around on his own, basically. Which is unusual for a public representative at that level. Yeah, off the crossbar, Anthony. Off the crossbar. Comfortable enough at the back, aren't they? Oh my God. Holy God. Ah, look at the baby, lads. Yeah, not as bad as the Mayo beating by Dublin a few years back. Horrible prick, and Kenny stormed out and discussed and didn't wait for the trophy ceremony. There we go. All the way through. That could have went right into the far corner, couldn't it? Daniel Storey, journalist on X, says this has the feeling of Croatia 2018 with England looking tired and the changes making no difference to shift that. England have to be better and more brave than this. Is that how we're looking at it? Will England look a little bit tired? Certainly putting bodies forward, Norway, aren't they? Showing extreme patience here in Norway. Carve open a potential opportunity. 80 minutes in, folks. 10 minutes to go in what's been an intriguing game. Two of them at the back, is it? Did well there, Riley. Two boys behind him, free. Did real good there. They know once you get into this last 10 minutes, you know, any mistake now could put you out. Oh. Back in. Corner. Norway seem first at everything here, folks, don't they? England look way off it at the moment. What do we think? Another corner. England having to defend here in numbers. Well, goal kick England. They don't, sure they don't they? Norway look like they have a bit more in them, don't they? What do we reckon, folks? Anyone scores at this stage now, this could be it. Really well there. Just Norway seem to look like they've a bit of a pep in their step here, don't they? England look just a little bit flat-footed. You reckon on when's the next game? Wednesday then, isn't it? Jed Spence coming on here to bring a bit of energy to it. Look, what are we talking about here? You reckon, Ano? That's the ball. That's the ball. See Norway first to everything at the moment. $85 minutes gone here. Norway really putting the pressure on here. Could be a goal at the end of this for them. So someone's dying to pull the trigger on this. Oh, tried the sneaky one around the defender. It's a good idea, Noosa. Good idea. Tried to do. Yeah, tried to use the defender to shield it. And the runner as well. Very good. Just didn't get it far enough out into the far corner. Good idea. Good idea. Good idea. Oh, I tell you, lads. Not my neighbours. Jed Spence on for Nico O'Reilly. Very interesting. Beckham looks shattered. Jed Spence coming on here for Nico O'Reilly. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, but if your neighbour came in and stole stuff from your house, would you still say they're your neighbours? But Ted, no messing around. Gwilym Ballang, football expert on X. England still missing a 10 or a creative midfielder or one that can hold the ball in the biggest pressure. Second best today, but they have always found a way. Talent, moment, set piece. That's what he's predicting. 4 minutes ago, folks, of the 90. Who could find a way at this short time left now? Which team has it in them to do something? What do you reckon? What a clearance. What a clearance. What a clearance. That could have been the match winner. What a clearance. Wow. Show me that again. That's a serious clearance, isn't it, Ted? That's a serious clearance. That's not a clearance that sends you up the other end to find a winner, huh? 88 minutes gone, folks. 2 minutes plus added on time, which is going to be what, 3 plus, what are we thinking? 7? Maybe 8, probably 7. What do we reckon, folks? What do we reckon? do we reckon? Another substitute here. Morgan Rogers coming on for Conce. He's rolling the dice here then, is he? Conce going off. Morgan Rogers coming on. Reece James into right back. Rogers in. Holgren Peterson coming on for Wolf. Football's not coming home. They can fuck off. Love that though. Love it. We're into the 90th minute here, folks. Number of changes here for England. But will they pay? Will it pay off? Can England find another way like they have in previous games? A goal now would be unbelievable for either of them. Pickford fist. 7 minutes, folks. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Oscar Bob, since he's come on, has made a huge difference, hasn't he? Yeah. 7 minutes. This is tense now, lads, isn't it? This is tense now. This is for the marbles. Who stays and who goes home? Are we going to get a late dagger? Will we get a late dagger, folks? Yeah, mad, isn't it, Anton? Mad. 4 minutes gone here, folks, of the 7. Well, I just love my football. World Cup season, don't care who wins this tournament. Just the love of the sport. That is what we're all in for. I wouldn't say everyone. I wouldn't say everyone. What's going on here? Oh, Bellingham with the flick header. Saka has been invisible this much. Yeah, he's done. That's what they were saying earlier. They were saying that the subs hadn't made any difference. So have 1 minute to go, folks, of the 7. Are we heading for extra time, folks? I think we're looking at it, aren't we? I think we're getting extra time, folks. It was after the fact, wasn't it? That was after the fact. I think they just collided with each other, did they? There's nothing in that, is it? Don't know, Ted, you reckon? I don't think so. There was very little in that, wasn't there? They'd hardly ruin the game on the basis of that now, would they? I mean, he's refed it really well. He did look a bit like it, didn't he? Back at the heel, I was looking at the arm. I didn't look at the heel. Did he catch him on the heel? He did in his hole. Right, folks, we are going into extra time. We are going into extra time, folks. Right, folks, back to you in a few, yeah? What do we reckon, folks? We're back. Extra time just started. What do we reckon? Going to make a sambo. Here we are at extra time, yeah. Just got started reading Jeannie Clark's book. Only read the first few pages. Very interesting. Don't put any butter on that, Anto, or Bren will have words with you. Interesting. What's going on here with Holland? He looks like he can't move. Have they got an option? Would they dare? Corner here to England, folks. Any mistake now could be so costly. It's either Jackson, is he? We've got Bellingham, he looks wasted. That's the problem, Ted, isn't it? That is the problem. Back post flicked across. Great save. Great save. Still in play. Saka recycles out to Reece James, is it? Back to Saka. Back post. No. Gay retrieves. Recycles back out to Eze. Eze central. Oh, spills it! Niall spills it. Niall spills it. Onside now. Bellingham onside. Is he onside, Ted, yeah? Super save, all right, and then spills it like that. Killer. Yeah, goal stands. Serious finish there. $93. Onside, yeah. Dana won't be happy. Crazy. Now we're going to need to get back into this if they want to force penalties. And have to muster up the energy. Holland just strolling around, looks banjaxed. Is he going to come alive? I'd hope he gets a chance. What do we reckon, folks? What do we reckon? England sitting back here now. Oh, lovely play. Unlucky. He's been very good since he came on, Oscar Bob, hasn't he? Yeah, you're right, Ted. They don't. Sure, they don't. They don't say it that way. They just assume the keepers aren't going to spill it. 97 minutes gone here, folks. When did the VAR round policy come in? Not like scoring a goal to find a bit of energy, isn't it? Depends how it's implemented, Ian. Depends how it's implemented. It does very much so in the Premier League. But if you look at it here in the World Cup, it's kind of implemented and seen in a very different way. Much quicker, much snappier, semi-automated. You know, it's archaic in the Premier League. Penalty. Penalty to England. Jed Spence. What a run. Oh my God. Wow. Did you want to take a look at it? He puts his leg across Bob. That has to be overturned. No way. That has to be overturned. Is that going to stand? What do you reckon, Ted? Is that going to stand or is that going to be overturned? That can't be a pen, is it? Since 1966, only Kane and David Beckham have more goal involvements for England at major tournaments than Bellingham. 12. 9 goals, 3 assists, drawing him level with Gary Lineker. Mad at that age, isn't it? But that can't be a pen. Is that a pen, lads? He's going to take a look at it. It won't be overturned. You don't think so? I think it might. I think this will be overturned, Ted. Come on, let's go, baby Trossard. Ref checking it. This is huge, folks. Does he not kick Oscar Bob? It's like he's nearly kicking Oscar Bob, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think this pen will stand. What's the decision, folks? No penalty. Knew it. Knew it'd be overturned. This is what this is all about it, isn't it? This is where VAR. Listen, real good run from Jed Spence and all, but like not a pen. Not a pen. Could be significant. Norway get a goal here now. This will be significant. Imagine if England. There will be a lot of conversations about it. But I didn't. I looked at it. No pen for me. I would have called it no pen. Can Norway find a goal to drive at the pens? We're 102 minutes in here, folks. 103. Plenty of drama. Holland looks banjaxed. Look at Holland up front. He can't even move. He is seized up in that heat. Poor ball in. Need to do a lot better than that. Super ball out to Bob. He must be shattered as well. Odegaard, he's played a lot of ball, hasn't he? Edge of the box. Oh, what a block. Corner. What a block. What a block. No, hit him in the side. Hit him on the side, on the hip. Now, what can Norway do here? What can Norway do here? Absolutely, you know. Into the 105th minute, folks. Good header out, good clearance. Off the corner. Can Norway find a goal? Can Norway find a goal? Good hands, Jordan Pickford there. Could be mistakes here now. Players getting really tired now in this heat. Played probably nearly 120 minutes at this stage. Bet up, they still need Haaland to shoot on target, Odegaard to shoot, and Anderson to be fouled. They're going to need to find one or two opportunities, aren't they, Norway? They're struggling. Offside against Eze. Just over, it's nearly 3 minutes of that added on time and extra time played, folks. We'll be heading straight into the second half shortly. Everything seems so slowed down, doesn't it? Players are banjacks, I'd say. Leaning back on it, Bellingham there. No good. No good. The shot of a tired man. Norwegian fans are going to have to lift our players again. "15 minutes ago, folks. Second half coming up." Back to you in a few minutes, folks. Erling Haaland, folks, has come off. Erling Haaland off. Can Norway find a goal? It could be Anto, but the 15 minutes. Haaland coming off. Didn't get involved in a whole lot really in the game. Big shout out to everyone on the podcast. Appreciate that, 15 minutes. Are Norway going home? Are England going through? Haaland subbed off there, yeah. That'll invigorate England to find that extra gear, won't it? Haaland going off. Can Norway find a goal to force penalties, folks? That is the question. Can Norway find a goal? Yeah, penalties would be going to kill Lanto, wouldn't it? No, means we're going to be here till well after 1 o'clock. And Strand Larson do something. Oh, lovely ball in. Jorgen Strand Larson, can he be the hero on the day? Full of energy for this last 15 minutes. Could he get an opportunity? Could an opportunity fall his way? England extremely lucky. Haaland caused that 2-1 to be reversed. What do we reckon, folks? They got the rub of the grain on the panel decision. Would there be another goal in and one last good chance? Could Strand Larson make an absolute name for himself? Yeah, he was wrecked, Ted. He was absolutely wrecked. They do a little bit, Ted, don't they? They do a little bit, that's for sure. Oh! Whoa, what a shot. If he had kept it down. 100% they're nervy. Especially England fans. That was a real. How tired was that Saka shot? Spence. Oh, double save. Wow. What a save. He could have, Ted. He could have, because the shot was, he was knackered with the shot, wasn't he? Wow. Keeper's definitely reprieved himself there, hasn't he? Wow. Dan Bourne coming on. Who's he coming on for? Offside. Dan Bourne coming on for Jude Bellingham. Interesting. Tuchel sitting in. Tuchel want to keep what he has. Interesting. Did you get that link where Bret Hart crashed that evening with Jim Ross? I did indeed, pal. I did. So you support diving. Well, they're all at it, Anto, aren't they? It's not just England. Norway need to create a chance. Tuchel's flashed his card there. Dan Bourne gone in to keep it tight at the back. Bellingham coming off, which means England are going to sit back now for the next, 10 minutes? England going to sit back for the next 10 minutes and try and stay tight. Could be right, Ted. Could be right. Could be right. Give away a penalty to Norway, maybe. Yeah. Look at Bellingham. He's absolutely shot, Bellingham, isn't he? Physically and mentally. Come on, Norway. Get at the pens. Corner. Six minutes to go, folks. 6 minutes. Oh, just lean back on it, Oscar Bob. Just lean back on it. These are the chances. There won't be many of them. These are the chances. Can't lean back on that. Yeah, spot on, Ted. Oscar 2, Bob. 5 minutes ago, folks. We're on 115. Norway find something. Can they muster up something? We're going to need to conjure up something here in Norway. We're going to need a last something or other. They're dead on their feet, aren't they? They've no choice. England are dead on their feet. They're trying to see it out. You know? Norway need to push it here now. Be surprised. Free kick. This is where they need to pack the box now. Free kick. They need to put numbers up here now. There's no point in waiting. Now is the time. Commit numbers forward. Throw ball into the box, ask the question, and commit numbers forward. Go for it. Be brave. Another free kick. Much better position now. Ayer picking up a yellow card. Silly. Martin Odegaard, both arms up here. Ayer's freaking out. 3 minutes to go here, folks. You get a bit of added on time as well. Morgan Rogers who hits him. Where's the ref blowing up for that? There's no head injury around him. England trying to wind this down now. Norway need to create something here, folks. Same, Ted. Ayer freaking now. Norway yellow card. No Norway players anywhere near Pickford. They'll get one last chance, will they? No. We're down to 2 minutes here, folks, plus whatever he's going to add on and stoppages, maybe 3 minutes max. Norway need to get hold of this ball. Looks like England are going to see it out. Offside. Norway need to get the ball moving now. They've just under a minute. Plus whatever he adds on for stoppages, maybe another 2 minutes, maybe. They need to get it going or Norway are going home. The other end of the pitch is where they need it. 30 seconds to go, folks. Don't think they're going to have enough ready. Need a long throw in here into the box. But they pinch one at the death. Need to get the ball down the other end of the pitch, folks. Norway are going out as it stands. 2 minutes. They've just over a minute to go, folks. Minute 20. Hey, buddy. Literally less than a minute, folks. Can Norway do something? They're going to have to do something here real sharpish. You need to get the ball up the other end of the pitch real quick. Not going to happen. "30 seconds. Are Norway going home? Can they find something?" Oscar Bob. Tackled by Spence. Cleared by Spence. "10 seconds, folks. Throw into Norway. 5 seconds. Norway are going home, folks. Yeah, Norway going out. England go through. England will be in the semi-finals of the World Cup, potentially meeting Argentina in a semi-final. Not writing off Switzerland yet, but we shall see. Huge for England. Can they recover from this? As Ted said earlier, will the effects of this be felt into the game on Tuesday or Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Happy Norway got this far. Played well against England. They did there. England to the semi-finals. The dream for English fans continues tonight, folks. A hard-fought game in extra time. We will know the lineup to the semi-finals. 2-1, yeah. Make sure you smash up the likes there, folks. I'm going to jump off now. Folks, thanks for joining me. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, and drop a like on the video. And I'll talk to you again real soon, yeah? Cheers, folks.